from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Howdy folks, I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order cutoff this Monday, September 2nd at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as September 25th. And an important note here, we're not necessarily ordering all of them, so this is your best opportunity to make sure that you get what you're looking for. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account online or sync up to your existing one to pay securely and order, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today we will be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. There I am. There it is. And just a note, with the holiday coming up this weekend, I'm short on time, so I'm just going to feature some new first issues and a couple of spotlight items at the end. We will be closed on Monday, September 2nd. Orders are still due. Please get those orders in by 12, and we will see you on Tuesday. All right, once we get into Comichub, you see the behind the green banner, that shop coming soon. That's everything that we're going to be looking at today. The top carousels, these scroll left to right, is the most current search or the most current catalogs. Then we've got preview pages for upcoming comics, and then we've got the Last Call FOC carousel. Once you open that up here, there we are. You'll see that we now scroll top to bottom, and we've got filters for alphanumerics, publisher category, etc. on the top. Okay, the first thing that we will be looking at today is Shadow Man, Shadow Eaters, #1 from Valiant/Alien Books. This is written by A.J. Ampadu with art by Sergio Monjes and Augustin Alessio on this cover. Also have covers from Diego Greco and Guillermo Fajardo on this Resurgence tie-in. IDW's got a new Halloween special for Monster High. This is written by Carol Brown Ahmed with art by Naomi Frank on the interiors and a cover by Celia Lowenthal on the A and a Naomi Frank cover on the B. Over at Magma, we get a new series written by Cavan Scott with art by comic veteran Paul Fry, Night of the Slashers. It drops on October 2nd, and it brings the gore and the ultimate horror-loving slasher fest. Just in time for Halloween. And a B cover by Robert Hack. We've got this Return to Crow, Dead Time, to start the summer of to start off Sumerian's Year of the Crow. The Crow Dead Time returns to print in comic book format for the first time since 1996. Joshua is left for dead by a band of renegade soldiers in the 1860s. The crow that is perched nearby as he is dying tells him that time is no barrier to retribution. And the story comes forward to the present day, where Joshua is confronted with a biker gang who resembles the soldiers. This includes new covers by series artist Alex Maleev and Christian Rosado, Brow, and Damian Connolly. All for Crow Dead Time #1. Available on October 2nd. We've got a new Team Darkstalkers one-shot from Udon Entertainment with this Hanzo Steinbeck cover. Interiors by writer Tim Seeley and artist Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque. Cool cover by Heinbach. We get a B and a C cover by interior artist Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque. So our connecting covers, A and B. Over at Dark Horse Comics, we get a return to Jupiter's Legacy and a finale. This is from Mark Miller with art by Tommy Lee Edwards. Superheroes have been trapped and murdered on an alien world while the enemies of Earth, who have been watching our planet with envious eyes, launch their invasion. Now there's no one to protect it. The return of Mark Miller and Frank Quitely's series for an epic and shocking finale. This is Jupiter's Legacy finale from Mark Miller, Tommy Lee Edwards, who also did this A cover. We got a B cover from Jupiter's Legacy creator Frank Quitely, Knobbyhead, and this Julian Tedesco cover. Ooh, and we even get a Scotty Young cover. That will be available on the shelves October 16th. Make sure to get your order in for any of these variants. Also from Dark Horse, we get a new series written by Clay McLeod Chapman with art by Leonardo Marcello Grassi, with this cover by Andrea Muti and a B cover from Moro Golma. Kind of spooky looking. Cool. Okay, over at DC Comics, we get this new mini-series. Very interesting. In 1996, writer Jeff Loeb and artist Tim Sale teamed for Batman The Long Halloween, an award-winning 13-chapter saga that spawned multiple sequels and stands as the most influential Batman story of its era. Now Loeb returns to the world of The Long Halloween for its long-awaited final act, Batman The Last Halloween. An all-new 10-part mystery continuing the story from 2021's The Long Halloween Special. In each issue, Loeb will be joined by one of the top artists in comics in a beautiful and lovingly crafted tribute to Tim Sale's art and legacy. In issue 1, Gotham City learns to fear Halloween once more as a terrible event threatens to destroy Jim Gordon's life and puts Batman and Robin's teamwork to the test more than ever before. In a city of liars, masked vigilantes, and criminals, can anyone be trusted? With interior art by Eduardo Risso, who did this B cover, and a C cover by Jim Lee, who also, I believe this is also a foil variant for $10. Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, #1, from Jeff Loeb, Eduardo Rizzo, available on September 25th. Also from DC, we get this one-shot, I Know What You Did Last Crisis. This is 8 chilling stories all set during the events of crises past, serve to warm you, dear reader, when in crisis. Watch your back! Uh-oh. Freaking Superman out right there. whole bunch of different creators, including Dan DiDio on this one-shot, I Know What You Did Last Crisis. Also has a B cover from Ejikure and a Nicola Scott cover for DC I Know What You Did Last Crisis. Here's another one-shot, just in time for Halloween. Lobo Cancellation Special from Kyle Starks and Kyle Hotz. Get ready for the sleaziest, scummiest special to grace the DC, you bastard. Feetles Giz, just when you thought it was safe to go back into outer space, the Freakazoids at DC Comics ambush you with the scummiest comic book this side of Uranus. Get ready for the most skull-crunching, crotch-punting, and excrement asteroid-filled comic of the year. You're going to be praying to God that we pulp this sleaze fest before your kids read it. It's a great way to sell a comic. From Kyle Starks and Kyle Hotz, we get this DC Lobo Cancellation Special #1 one-shot. Also comes with a B cover, a very special Simon Bisley After Dark black polybag cardstock cover for an extra $1. Lobo Cancellation Special. It will be available on September 25th. Ooh, then we get a new volume of Creepshow, Volume 3. This new series, this Eisner Award-nominated horror anthology, is back and creepier than ever, with 2 all-new stories in every issue. First written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Kagan McLeod, and the second all done by James Stokoe, who also turns in this magnificent B cover for Creepshow Volume 3 #1. Yeah, available on September 25th. Also from Image Comics, we get this interesting 5-issue miniseries. The first issue is called Horizon Experiment, The Manchurian, written by Pornsak Pishashot and featuring art from the team of Terry and Rachel Dodson, who also turn in this cover. A Muslim exorcist, a reverse Indiana Jones, and more. The Horizon Experiment are one-shots created by comics, film, and TV superstars. This first one starts with the Manchurian, a Chinese James Bond running covert missions in America for the enemy. It also has this B cover from Tula Lote. I'm in love. That's a beautiful cover. The Manchurian #1, all in Horizon Experiment of 5. Tula Lote cover, September 25th. Next up from Image Comics, this is Knights vs. Samurai from writer David Dastmalchian and artist Federico Millet, with a cover by Francesco Mattina. Stories you never think you'd see, especially in comics. Knights of the Templar against samurai in deadly combat, and all under the guidance of the great Todd McFarlane. This journey of magic warfare and a search for the truth has been a dream come true. Yeah, Knights vs. Samurai with this Francesco Mattina cover and a B cover. This is the 1 in 50 with Todd McFarlane art. I believe there's going to be an open order cover. Hopefully that will have art posted very soon. Knights vs. Samurai available on September 25th. Then we get another one-shot, this for Old Dog Operations from Declan Shalvey. This is a one-shot anthology featuring short stories following the characters of the Old Dog series with new adventures, one by Declan Shalvey. Others include Charles Soleil, Leonardo Romero, Matias Bergera, Alex Packnadell, and more. Sign up for some Spy-Fi duty this September with the Old Dog Operations one-shot. It's also got a Tula Lote variant. So tough. From Maria Levat, we get a new 4-issue miniseries premiere called Violent Flowers. In this sensual tale about vengeance and acceptance and the importance of embracing who we really are. An ancient clan of vampires reunites after centuries. The Sentinel, a vampire who watches over all supernatural creatures, has been murdered. His erratic sister, Carnelia, will stop at nothing to get revenge, even when she's charged with a mortal to take care of. In a world where the cult of youth and beauty rules, Carnelia has remained old and wrinkled for ages, abstaining from her vampire urges, but her addiction to blood may prove her resolution is not as firm as it seems. Don't miss the beginnings of this thrilling tale from Maria Levette. Violent Flowers #1 will be available on September 25th, and all these different covers available from Maria Levette. She did the first 3 Eat Your Heart Out cover. This cover from Jesus Arellano, a Mirka Andolfo variant. We hope to be getting that art very soon. And this Luana Vecchio on G, all for Violent Flowers #1. Ooh, and we get this Hamlet Machine variant also. Erotic. And then over at Marvel Comics, we get a few things of interest. We get Marvel Voices Ghost Rider. This is a special scheduled for the Latinx Heritage Month, featuring 3 brand new tales from a host of talented writers, including Carlos Hernandez, Melissa Flores, and the return of Felipe Smith, one of Robbie's original creators, as well as the debut of a brand new Ghost Rider. This one's kind of sparky and electrically. Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes special #1 also has this Gerardo Sandoval cover on B, and this Jay Gonzo variant. It's good to see him working over at Marvel. Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes will be available on October 2nd. It's a one-shot. Then we get a new series spinning out of Vengeance of the Moon Knight. This from creators Jed MacKay and Alessandro Capuccio, entitled Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu #1. Mark Spector back from the beyond as an avatar and agent of the Egyptian god of the moon, Khonshu. Former mercenary Mark Spector has died and come back to life on more than one occasion. To the ignorant, his fate beyond death may seem idyllic, but being chosen as a Fist of Khonshu comes with a heavy cost, and like bones in a street fight, Mark Spector and the multitudes he contains may be about to break. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu also comes with this David Parator cover on A, Ken Lashley cover, not final art yet, Lionel Francis U, a very nice Paulo Sequeira cover for the silver foil variant, and this Stephen Platt variant, all for Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu #1, available on October 16th. And finally, on our spotlight for #1s, we have Star Wars: The Battle of Jakku. This is a new miniseries set in between the movies and kicked off all this as the post-Return of the Jedi storyline begins. Written by Alex Segura with art by Leonard Kirk, and this cover by Phil Noto will be available on October 2nd. Get this Chris Sprouse Phantom Menace 25th anniversary variant, and this Rod Reese variant for Star Wars: The Battle of Jakku. I believe this will be a weekly shipping miniseries, so if you want to make sure you get all of them, you want to make sure that you get those special orders in. All right, also got a few Doom variant. Let's see, September is going to be a Doom variant month. Want to make sure to start showing you these. This is going to be on Daredevil #14, the Chad Hardin variant. We got an Amanda Connor variant on C. On on Deadpool 7. Haha. Immortal Thor 16 Doom variant. Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider number 6. Man, this looks like a Renaissance painting, like it's paying tribute to. Looks cool. Goopy. And X-Men number 5 by Alessandro Cappuccio, all for the Doom variants. Those are all the Doom variants on FOC this week. But it's not all the Doom you get. You could get your very own Marvel graphic comic box Doom, featuring cover art from the recent Doom one-shot. Though this comes in bundles of 5, we will happily break those up and sell those individually for $12.99. A couple more things to show you on this holiday weekend edition of Final Order Report. The Scary Godmother Compendium, This Was Your Childhood, will be available on October 2nd. You can get your orders in right now for this giant 552-page volume for just $39.99, collecting all of the Scary Godmother library into one volume and including some brand new adventures. Scary Godmother, This Was Your Childhood Compendium, October 2nd. Get your orders in. 7 to Eternity gets a compendium 1 through 17 from Rick Remender, James Herron, and Jerome Opeña. Fielder number 3 from Drawn and Quarterly and Kevin Huizenga returns. I'm excited about that. And The Nightmare Factory. This last thing to show you. Nightmare Factory is the new book from John Ken Mortensen and features 32 skin-crawling poems, which are also accompanied by sequential illustrations from Danish horror master Mortensen. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Okay, that does it for this edition of Final Order Report. Let me get back there. There we are. Let's see. Thanks for joining me for the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings at Green Brain Comics. We are doing some stuff that I should also show you some event slides for. Pardon me. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Thanks for joining us on Final Order Report. We do this every weekend, and we make sure to show off a curated sample of all the books that are on Final Order cutoff this weekend. Make sure to get those orders in by Monday at noon. Also, join us back here on YouTube and Facebook for our weekly Brain Scan live stream from the floor of Green Brain Comics on the eve of New Comic Book Day, previewing all those new comics hitting the shelf on September 4th, including Minor Arcana from Jeff Lemire, Exceptional X-Men, and the Autumn Kingdom, a new horror series from Cullen Bunn and Christopher Mitten. And of course, make sure to schedule your next Brain Candy. It's the third Monday of September 16th at 7 p.m. This free review of music, prose, poetry, and visual art is made possible by the poetry of Taj R., the prose of Jack Cheng, the music of Jeff Jablonski, and the visual art of Carmel Liberty. All of these local Detroit creatives will be presenting their works to you free of charge, courtesy of the Emerging Writers Network, and held right in Green Brain Comics on Monday, September 16th at 7 p.m. Oh man, forgot to show you that. There it is. There's all my slides. Oh, it's a holiday weekend, folks. We will be closed on Monday, though the deadline for FOC is still at noon that day. We will resume regular hours on the 2nd, on on Tuesday, and new comics will definitely be in and on the shelf on Wednesday. Thanks again for joining me on Final Order Report. This is brought to you by Green Brain Comics and our friends at Comichub. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a safe and happy holiday. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.